I don't get upset when venues close because I think that it just creates new space for something different to emerge.
Melbourne-based band Telenova is about to release their debut album, Time is a Flower, on the 16th of August. They're also on their way to Newey as part of their international Time is a Flower tour. Here's the chat that we had with Josh from Telenova. How has the tour been so far?
Yeah, I think we've only done a few shows. I get confused as to whereabouts in the tour we're up to. I know we're doing all Australia this month, and then we go to Europe in September. So just doing weekends in Australia, which is what you usually do. I think we've got Newcastle, Wollongong, and Canberra this weekend, and then Korean run, and then off to Europe for a couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah, so exciting. And you just did a support. Part of the tour has been supporting Girl in Red. What was that experience like?
Yeah, the shows are amazing. They were big arena kind of shows. The audience was really kind and welcoming, lots of screaming. We'd said they sounded like ring wraiths. They're like,
It's a
that.
pretty cool thing to experience.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. Picked up some new fans, and but we didn't meet Girl in Red. She was hidden away
Oh,
the whole
no.
time. Saw her once. Yeah, but she was recording a new song one night. We could hear her making a demo in the dressing room, so she doesn't stop working, which I thought was cool, keeping the
Very
ball
cool.
rolling.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think you guys are pretty much the same, you know. You're constantly putting out new music or like remixes and stuff like that. Why is it so important to you to, continue to write and also create new versions of your music?
Yeah, I'm pretty obsessive. I mean, I guess we all are, but I just like I only feel as good as the most recent song that we did, and if it's not great, I'm like, fuck, we've got to write a new one. We've got to keep the ball moving. I think also what can happen is you can put out a first record and then not be ready with new music for your second one. So we all live in Melbourne, and I've got a home studio, and Ed's got a studio. So we just make sure we work most weeks, just keep writing songs and keep working, and just want to make sure, yeah, we've always got something fresh and new to deliver.
Yeah. And you actually have your debut album coming out it's like
So
within
yeah,
2 weeks, right?
yeah, I think it's 15th or 16th of August. I forget exactly which date it is. I mean, it doesn't feel old now, but we finished it probably 6 months ago and recorded it probably 6 months before that. So yeah, you're always sort of on to the next thing by the time the thing that you've finished is released. So we've started recording album number two and getting excited about that. We're always good to be one step ahead.
Yeah, totally. If you had to sum up the album in like one sentence or a few words, how would you do that?
Oh gosh, I have no idea. We always still use the tagline "cinema for your ears," which I think is pretty cool. Like trying to write cinematic scapes, and people can fill in the blanks with their imagination. I think it's probably the best way to describe it.
Yeah, yeah. And so other than that, are there any like themes or anything within this album?
Yeah, there's definitely themes. I think Ange and I write most of the lyrics together. I'm trying to think of the themes. I mean, I think it's sort of about rebirth and time, and there's definitely a spiritual element to quite a lot of the songs. Yeah, I don't know. She's the better person to talk to about that. She's got the elevator pitch down, whereas I haven't spent as much time on it.
Yeah, that's so fair. Now, I wanted to talk about you recently uploaded this like blooper reel to the socials from recording January live in London. I was wondering, were you there for that recording?
No, yeah, I had to skip that little leg of the tour because I had a few things on back here. But yeah, there's a grumpy man who told them off when they were record. If I was there, I'd get really upset about things like that. I definitely would have swore at him and gotten really, really angry. So it was probably for the best that the more tranquil members of the band were there.
Yeah, totally. Well, Ed was just like still smiling. It was really funny. Just
Yeah, he's
chilling.
not as perturbed as I am. I like when I feel like someone's doing me an injustice, I get really, really I turn into my father.
Yeah, fair. I think I would have done the same thing. Like it was, yeah, not very cool.
People are playing music acoustically. It's a nice thing for your community. I don't think it's warrants like coming in and swearing at somebody and yeah, trying to shut it down. Have you seen when the Beatles play on the roof in the '60s? And yeah, and there's people getting really, really upset about it. It's like, what are you upset about? Who cares?
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. So you're coming to Newey this week. This Thursday, you'll be at King Street. I want to take you back to last year when you were here in Newcastle playing the Cambridge before it shut down. What was that night like for you?
Yeah, that was fun. I played the Cambridge a bunch of times over the years in different bands, and that was probably the best show that I remember playing there. Shame that it's closed down. I don't know though. I'm always interested. Like, I don't get upset when venues close because I think that it just creates new space for something different to emerge, and it might not be exactly how you imagine it, but maybe people will throw more house parties, or maybe people find warehouses to put on gigs or different venues and events. So for every door that closes, I think there's a window that opens, and it's not the end of the world. But yeah, I guess probably an iconic venue, and definitely a bit of a shame that it's closed down.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really keen to see you guys though in the warehouse of King Street because I think it's going to look beautiful.
Also, it is. There you go.
Well, it's called the warehouse, but it's kind of, I guess it's kind of warehousey. It's like a band room, but it's a really cool space. I love it, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be fun. But yeah, it was good last time, so I imagine it will be should be good this time around as well.
Yeah. I remember last time you had this really cool stage design. Do we have like a fresh one coming through this time?
Yeah. It's just what we can travel with and what we can kind of muster. We've got a few things on tour for this one. Last time it was all the lights that I was running and a few different props and things. We always try and do something. It's kind of nice to create a world. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of people on stage, and it could be the same as anything. So yeah, we try and do something for it.
Yeah, amazing. All right. Well, can't wait to see you here in Newey this week. Thank you so much for spending some time with me and congrats in advance on this brand new and debut album.
Yeah, thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.